Hey, welcome everyone. It's Abel. All right, so KvK has been going around for a couple weeks now, quite some time. We're all in zone 2. So this video, I just want to do like a quick little rundown of like the top 3, I believe, that are going on right now. And we're just going to take a look at them and look at some rankings, look how the map looks out, and we'll just continue from there. So check out the intro, and I'll get you all back later. All right, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so first we are going to go over server 13, server 38, server 139, and then let's see who they are against. And they're against 231. Okay, so coming over here, we'll look at the map. And as you see, they're all red faction. You know, the green ones are the merger server and then 159, so they're kind of just chilling. They probably just stayed neutral. You got merger server 9 over here. That's just they got stuck in their box. And then 38 is taken over along with 139. And then you're going to come over here to server 13. They are all red faction. And then 231 over here is in their own little bubble. So they have definitely kind of just were kept in their starting zone. Now, obviously, Fire's going to win this one for sure. They got the points. They definitely have the faction city. They have all the cities and checkpoints that they need. There's no way that Terra, Wind, or Hydro is going to be able to catch up. So Ember faction is going to win that. And then coming over here, we are going to see Alliance Rep. So Alliance Rep, you have Celestial Plains from server 38. They are, I mean, they're kind of in a close race with 231, which is surprising because 231 is stuck in their starting zone. So they probably are just hitting walls and doing what they got to do to survive. So, but I'm probably gonna believe that SSQ is going to take the Alliance Rep winning as well. And coming down here even further, there's not a lot of action. There's not, I mean, getting almost 20 million is, I mean, it's not a huge deal. So they weren't as active as possible and they weren't kind of fighting. So definitely leads me to believe that 159 was definitely kind of in a neutral kind of zone. So they're not that active, but they did take some cities. 139 doesn't look so active, and 38, this is their sub alliance, so they were still doing work at 12 million. So, and 13, they do have cities. They probably just helped as a support, but I would like to see a little bit more activity from them. But you can tell by Alliance Rep, basically that is kind of all about activity. Okay, so moving on, 38 is definitely going to take that, I believe. How they do zone 3 and divide it up, we'll see how that is. We'll do a little follow-up. And then coming into the next one, we have 209, 145, 16, and 56 versus server 136. Okay, this is kind of surprising. This is one that I've kind of been watching a little bit and seeing how it works out, but we'll take a look at the map. And as you see, Earth is taking over. So 209, 56, and then 16 over there, and I believe, yeah, 56, and then 145 floats around here as well. You also have your merger cities right here. 56 Eden is another part of it. That's their kind of sub alliance. 145 kept to inside their own deal. So, you know, they were kind of on their own little bracket. They got stuck in their safe zone. Not much action coming from there. And then 136 and then 225, but 136 they had a lot of heavy hitters in there, and now they kind of just were taken back a little bit by 209. 209's definitely the big dog in this one. They got a lot of people, they got some power, and let's take a look over here. So Terra is going to take the faction points by faction points right there for sure. And then coming over here into Alliance Rep, now this is when it gets crazy. So just because you have the most faction points doesn't mean you're the most active, okay? But I'm sure 136 is attacking like crazy. You know, I'm sure they're active. They're either A, hitting walls, or I kind of know some of them, and they definitely they'll attack regardless, even if they are losing. It's just the nature of the beast, and it's kind of fun. So they got 41 million. Unless 209 starts stepping up their game a little bit, or 56, they are going to get the top prize for Alliance Rep. It's just what it is, and you know, congrats to them. But then, as you see here, you got server 16 again, not even 20 million in the Alliance Rep. So I was hoping a little bit more from them and a little bit more action, but they probably just did a nice supporting role to help 209 out. 56 looks like they're active a little bit, so that's still has the possibility of taking it, but it's going to take some work coming to the last couple weeks of KvK. Now here is our KvK. So we basically have 73, 105, and then, you know, 143 as like a support kind of role, and we took on 170. We got some merger servers with us as well. We got 3 and 12, but the big dogs we're trying to, you know, we're facing 170. So here's our map, and we have taken over. So Hydro, you know, merger server 3, they're going to go ahead and then they're going to have their side right here. They stay neutral the whole time. 45, they got one, but we've kept them pretty much back. They do have their gates over here, but possibility of them taking a few extra cities if they can. And then this is going to come down to 73. We just covered the map along with 105. I love playing with 105. They're good people. They work well. They are active. They communicate. So I really like working with 105. Shout out to them. And then we have 170. They're stuck in their zone. There has been some big fights. Not as much as in the past, but there has been some big rallies. There's been some activity going on, but it has not been the most lackluster kind of event going on. So that's just my thoughts about that. And then when the gates open, we're going to take zone 3. So coming into, we are going to Ember faction is definitely going to take it. There's no way of anyone, you know, getting that. So we're going to be the faction leaders on that one. But then we're going to come over here and Alliance Rep. So we're in a tight neck with 170. And excuse me. And definitely we are going to we're going to be trying our hardest and figuring that out. But this again is a problem because people are just hitting walls for Alliance Rep. It is what it is. I think IK should change that, but you know, that's just later down the road or something like that. So we are going to play our battles as much as possible, be active as possible, and we're going to take that. So then everyone else under 20 million, so you know, they're kind of just chilling. doing their thing, but they are definitely fighting. But like I said, there's not a lot of fighting going on, especially at this point. So, there's a bunch of other ones going on. That was kind of like my top three takeaways. We can spend all day going into this. Maybe we'll do another video once it dies down, and we'll check up on the other servers, because I definitely want to go further into that one. But as a recap, this is the top three right now. So again, you have 1338 and then 139 pretty much versus 231, and 38 is definitely taking that. And then coming over here, you got 1656, 209, and they are against 136. So I believe how this is going to work is 209 is going to take the capital on that one, and let's see how they disperse it. And then coming down here, we got 73 with 105, and then 143. So we all faced server 170, and we are going to take that as well. So we're going to go and move into the capital, and then we'll see how that gets dispersed up. But it's been an alright KvK. It's been a learning experience with the KvK Battle Pass and seeing if it's actually obtainable, which it is. A little side note, it is definitely obtainable even with a slow kind of KvK like this. I do hope that more servers come into this just gunning, and we just have some exciting times. But this is this season, and next season will be even better, I'm pretty sure. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. And this has just been a quick little KvK overview, I guess. Bye.